Good morning! It is Magnus Hellberg here in Los Angeles with my daily dashboard update on February 27th, I believe it is today. The day after the Oscars. It is 59 degrees and a little bit of overcast, overcast. We actually have threats of rain today, right, Scott?
That's what I heard.
Anyway, it is still a much better day here in LA than in other parts of the world sometimes right now. Snow or hail or rain, whatever. We got still beautiful weather. And again, 59 degrees here as we're approaching Beverly Hills this morning. We're driving through, where are we exactly? Cheviot Hills almost?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, we're talking about old-time, recipes and food and things like that. And that led us to talk about the Great Depression and that in comparison to where we're at today and so forth. And one of the things that I mentioned to Scott is that my grandmother used to save the coffee grounds to make bread on. And we all have, stories like that. And what were you saying, Scott?
Well, what I was talking about, first of all, I think that the coffee grounds in the flour and the bread sounds really good. I'm going to have to try that. But, my stepfather, what guided his life, what still guides his life, was the Great Depression. And, his stories of that. And his father was blessed with a wonderful job for the railroads. So they always had an income and a house, but it was still, it guides his life today. And I remember when I was a kid watching him straighten nails on his little anvil with a little hammer in the garage. He would hold them in the pliers and he would tap these nails straight. And I was probably 10 or 12, and I said, Lee, you can go down to, at the time, Builder's Emporium, get a box of nails for $3. And he whipped around at me and he said, but that's my $3. And that has stuck with me. And, as much hardship as we've gone through the last 3 years, it really does not compare to what they went through in the Great Depression and in World War II. And Magnus, you were talking about your grandfather's stories of World War II. And, I just want to say I'm really thankful. I'm thankful for everything I have. I've got a great job. I've got a great family. I've got a house over my head. I love what I do. And do we have as much money as we'd like to have? No, we don't. But we're getting by. We're doing okay. And I love what I do. What else can we ask for?
Well, that's about all it takes. But anyway, I that's why my grandfather ate his 10 potatoes and a little tiny piece of meat until the day he died, because that's all they had, potatoes. And sometimes I think they didn't even have that. So, yeah, we have very little to complain about these days, I think, compared to those days. They were really nothing. They used to stand in line for a loaf of bread. We don't see that yet, and hopefully we won't. Anyway, that's it. I think I told you yesterday in my update that I had a bunch of showings over the weekend, so it was activity. And we had the Oscar weekend. Did you watch the Oscar?
I did not watch the Oscars, but I did see that Christopher Plummer won an Oscar, Best Supporting Actor, and congratulations. He is one of my favorite actors.
One of my favorite too, but it was a difficult choice for me because Max von Sydow was up for that same category, and that is possibly my favorite actor of all times, Max von Sydow. But I do love Christopher Plummer, and I'm glad that it was one of them that won. Really, really glad. Anyway, that is the story. This is Magnus.Hellberg at thepartnerstrust.com, signing off for my daily dashboard update on February 27th, 2012, about 60 degrees right here as we're approaching Beverly Hills. Have a fantastic week, everybody. This is the beginning of a new week. What are you going to do to make it happen? And this is Scott.Comedy at thepartnerstrust.com as well, saying goodbye.
Take care, LA. Have a great week.
We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.